This video is to introduce the rules of conduct for your time at the Mahoning County Jail. These rules are to ensure that you're treated fairly and with respect, but they also ensure that you treat others fairly and with respect. The deputies in this jail have been trained professionally. You must at all times follow the exact rules that are provided in the Prisoner Rules of Conduct Handbook. You must at all times follow the exact direction of the deputies. By following these basic rules, your time in the Mahoning County Jail will be an opportunity for you to serve your time here without incident. This video is going to highlight a few important rules. By now, you've been through the processing procedure. You've been given an armband. You are to wear it at all times. You've been given a uniform, and you're to wear it at all times outside of your cell. When the laundry exchange takes place, you'll have an exact exchange. One used uniform for one clean uniform. You are never to have more than one uniform in your possession. You are to keep your cell clean at all times. You are never allowed to cover the lights or vents in your cell. You're never to hang any pictures in your cell. The cell you've been provided is clean, and you're to keep it that way. You are not to enter a cell that is not assigned to you. You are not to loiter on the steps, the balcony, or the visitation area. There are no exceptions. During recreation, you are to stay away from the pod doors. You will be provided time for recreation. Treat that time with respect. Commissary forms will be distributed, and you should fill them out clearly. You must follow the rules for commissary exactly as they're spelled out in the handbook. Should you need medical attention or be taking prescribed medication, there are exact procedures spelled out in your handbook. If you request medical services, fill out the medical request form. If it's a medical emergency, notify the deputy right away. Case of fire or any other emergency, follow the instructions of the deputy or the fire personnel. A washer and dryer are available. You may do your laundry by following the rules in your handbook. Only if each of you treat the laundry with respect can it be a service to you. Simply put, treat each other with respect. Most importantly, the deputy is always in charge. Inmates must follow his or her directions at all times. The deputy is in charge of the TV at all times. The deputy will give you exact instructions during the times of lockdown. You are not permitted to stand or cross the red tiles by the deputy's podium. Ask the deputy if you're unclear about any of the issues in your handbook. The deputies will not make exceptions in regards to the rules on phone usage. The deputy will enforce the rules in the handbook. That guarantees that everyone will be treated fairly. There are varying degrees of punishment for not following the rules of the handbook. They range from loss of privileges to criminal prosecution. The rules will be obeyed, and violations will be punished under the guidelines expressed in your handbook. There are very exact rules regarding visitation. By reading the handbook, you'll not disappoint yourself or those who would visit you during your time here. Your personal items are held in the property room, a very protected, safe place. If you have any questions with regards to those items or your family's access to them, read the rules in the handbook. Lastly, for whatever reason you're here, it's important to remember that jail is a place of rules and regulations. They must be obeyed. The rules protect you, and they make sure everyone is treated equally and fairly. You can use your time here as a new beginning, a fresh start. There are programs of learning and counseling here that can affect the rest of your life. Take advantage of this time. Treat the deputies and each other with respect. Take your time here, one day at a time. There's one simple rule. Read the handbook and follow those rules, and your time here will pass without problem.